Well then. Welcome everyone. We are back after a dramatic league campaign in both. We are now here to conclude season 42 of ML. Yes, 42 seasons in, with the ML's longest and oldest cup competition, the ML Cup. We have Premiership Rangers taking on Championship Cologne. Rangers getting to the semi-final stage last season. Cologne getting knocked out at this stage. It's the first time of Rangers playing in the first round of the ML Cup since it's re-began. They entered at the quarter-final stage last season due to winning the league. Cologne were beaten by, I was trying to think who they were beaten by. I believe they were beaten by Newcastle at this stage last season. I might be wrong about that. Nevertheless, they will be looking to get past Rangers here, and Rangers will be looking to try and win some silverware this season. They lost the ML Shield to Tottenham. They missed out on on retaining their Premiership title, so it's their chance of this season. Cologne, who finished just outside the playoff places in the Championship, will be looking to have a good cup run as McGregor is in goal for Rangers. Max, Michele, Diego Carson, Tavernier, the back four. Sissoko and Matuidi in midfield, with Haji, Dembele and Osimhen in midfield, and Morelos, the lone striker who did score twice last time out for Rangers. The Cologne lineup: Horn in goal, Hector, Borino, Socrates and Ejue at the back, Ribery, Perez also there, and Cordoba and Jesus up front. Cordoba scored winner against Monaco last time out. So here we are. The ML Cup first round is underway here between Rangers and Cologne. Rangers shooting from right to left, Cologne left to right. Rangers in their blue kit. They have a fantastic record at home, to be fair. As Haji comes down his left hand side, back to Max. Haji again. He loses the ball out though, and here come Cologne, who will be looking to cause an upset. We've had no upset so far in the cup. Jesus now crosses towards the back post. Oh, and it's what a start for Cologne! Frank Ribery puts the Championship side in front after just 8 minutes. McGregor had no chance from that close in. I was just talking about, could there potentially be a cup shock on the cards? Well, in fact no, I do apologise, we have had one of the big boys go out. We've had two, actually. I do apologise. We've had Marseille knocking out Wolves. That's Championship knocking out Premiership. And we've had Premiership Norwich get knocked out by Galatasaray. And as it stands, although Rangers are in here with Osimhen. Osimhen towards the back post. Headed away by Ejue. And claimed by Timo Horn. Sorry about that, we are back. Blaise Matuidi now for Rangers, who could potentially be the third Premiership side being knocked out here. The only Premiership side to prevail so far is Everton, although Hertha Berlin and West Ham are in the quarter-finals automatically due to them finishing in the top two in the Premiership, but they will face each other in the quarter-finals, so at least one of them will go. Rangers look like they're going, and Cologne come forward again with Corda, but Gabriel Jesus. Here is Ayoze Perez. Perez loses out to Max, and Max will come forward. Hadji for Rangers. Hadji into Sissoko. Over to Max. Here come Rangers. A little bit of lovely football by Hadji and Max. Max back to Hadji. Here is Hadji. And the ball's whipped in towards Morelos! He scores for Rangers again! It's lovely football down this left hand side by Rangers. The ball's fantastic whipped in by Hadji, and Morelos gets himself on the score sheet for Rangers again. That's 3 goals in 2 games. It's a wonderful header past Timo Horn. Nothing he could do about that. Rangers are level. So how will Cologne respond? They go a long ball to Ayoze Perez, but Philip Max is intercepted and cleared the danger. Rangers have been the better side. Cologne have only really had that one chance which they scored from, and they're going to have to try and score again. Here is Shikri. Gabriel Jesus. Oh, what a goal that is! It took a second for me to realise it'd gone in, but Gabriel Jesus has fired Cologne back in front. It seemed to took an age for the ball to kind of hit the net. But what a finish. In my opinion, it looked like it'd gone wide. It wasn't until the ball started to roll up the net, as we'll see here, as it rolls up there. And the technique by Gabriel Jesus to fire Cologne almost instantly back in the lead. And Jesus scores for the second game running again. That one wasn't as easy as the goal he scored last night. Not last night, the night before, Monday night. It's a fantastic finish by the Brazilian, and Nick Weston's Cologne lead Rangers. As you see there, Rangers have dominated possession, but they only had the one shot, which was that header by Morelos, which went in. And now they have to build again. Sissoko. Here is Hadji. Fouled by Shikri, and that will be a free kick to Rangers. How can they respond to going behind again? This ball's whipped in towards Diego Carlos, but it's headed out by the Cologne player. And Matuidi will have a throw in. Dembele back to Matuidi. Back to Dembele. Dembele whips it across, headed away. And here comes Cordoba into Julian Brandt. And could Cologne score a third before half time? Oh, it's lovely football by the German side. And here's Hector. Cuts back. Oh, and there is a chance for Ribery into Hector. Back to Ribery, and Cologne will have a corner in the 5th minute of the free. Oh no, sorry, no they will not. Ribery is offside. So Diego Carlos will clear the ball, and that should be half time here at Ibrox. It is. So the first half of this ML Cup tie sees Cologne 2-1 up against Premiership Rangers, and as it stands, all the Premiership sides are dropping like flies. 2 Championship sides, Marseille knocked out Wolves, Galatasaray knocked out Premiership Norwich, Lokomotiv Moscow only went out on penalties against Premiership Everton, and as it stands, Championship Cologne are knocking out Premiership Rangers. As the ball there, as we see, Ribery's first goal. Oh, fantastic volley past McGregor. Before Morelos with a fantastic header to get Rangers level. And then that fine Gabriel Jesus strike. As Cologne in front as they kick off the second half. And then 45 minutes from the third cup shock of the first round. Here's Julian Brandt. Over to Perez. Perez towards the back post. McGregor punches clear. Cologne have a corner. Ejibray will whip towards the back post, headed away by, I believe that was Diego Carlos. Dembele now. Joint top goal scorer in the Premiership last season. Well, in this season that's just gone. Our Rangers will be hoping that he could add to his goal tally this season. Here's Matuidi. Osimhen. Tavernier now for Rangers. Tavernier whips it in, headed away by Socrates. And Rangers come again. Chance now. It's Matuidi! And Timo Horn with the save. And Rangers look like they're going to be knocking on the door here. If the game is drawn, it will go to extra time and penalties. Now Rangers won't mind it going to extra time and penalties here. They'll bite your hand off if they got it now. It's a chance. Oh, and they are level. It is Dembele scoring again for Rangers, and Rangers are level for the second time in this game. It's come from the corner. It's whipped in by Max. Cologne couldn't deal with it, and it falls to Dembele, who on the turn fires past Timo Horn, who maybe should do better at his near post. But it's poor defending from Cologne, and Rangers are back level. Moussa Dembele with his 4th goal of the season.
Number 9, Moussa Dembele.
And Rangers now have 32 minutes to get themselves the winner here. I just said a couple of minutes ago that they'll bite your hands off if they're offered extra time and penalties. If you're offered that now, they'll be quite disappointed, as they'll want to go on and win this game. Here is Morelos. Gives it away to Ejibray, and Cologne are going to have to respond again. Or they could respond here, as Julian Brandt was in, didn't quite find the space, and here's Clemens, who I believe has just come on for Cologne. And he has the ball again now, in towards Ribery. His header is wide, and that will be a corner kick to Cologne. Must have come off Mukele at the back post. Ejibray with a look. Oh, it was an inviting ball in, but it was cleared well by Rangers. Cologne looking to go in front for the 3rd time today. Here's Cordoba. Ejibray. Cordoba now. Whip towards the back post again. Oh, and McGregor dealt with it. Hector now. Oh, and McGregor with another good save. McGregor has been in fine form this season. Tips that shot over the bar from Hector, and Cologne will have a corner. It'll be Hector to whip it in. Hector crosses. It's another inviting ball, and this is the time it is headed towards goal. But McGregor again with another save for Rangers. McGregor rolls it to Matuidi, and Rangers can build again. Osimhen loses out though. Cologne will build from the back towards Clemens, but intercepted by Max. Rebic, Rangers' star player last season. Just the 1 goal for him this season. Now they would like a goal off him now. The ball crossed in. It's headed away by Borino. And Ribery can come forward for the German side. Jesus into Clemens. Intercepted by Max and Quaresma now. Into Max. Back to Quaresma. And Mark Uth getting the ball. And it's actually gone for a throw into Cologne. They're going to make another change here. I believe that's Anthony Modeste coming off a corner, but so 10 minutes to go before extra time. Here's Clemens. Jesus firmly in the balance this one. Championship side are giving them a real test here. But Rangers, who are the kings of the late goals, will look to get one here with Quaresma on the left hand side. He finds the ball in, and it is well defended by Socrates. Rebic was lurking there. But here comes Cologne actually with Clemens. And they've got a man over here at the back post if he can find him. Decides to go back. Brandt into Uth now. Oh, and it's good football by Cologne, who scored a late goal last time out against Monaco. And they'll have a throw in. Here's Mark Uth. Back to Clemens. Uth again. And Clemens. Crossed and Max intercepts, and it'll be a throw in. Rangers will bite your hand off for extra time now. And there's Jesus. Blocked again by Mukile. The Rangers are probably just going to play this out for extra time now. And that is full time in this exciting cup tie. Rangers behind twice to the championship side. But Dembele equalised in the second half to send this game to extra time, and it's anyone's game. We'll have an extra 30 minutes here. So Rangers will kick us off for extra time. And there could be yet again another cup shot on the cards here. Could penalties be lurking? No games went to penalties last season, but we've already had one this season, with Everton prevailing against Lokomotiv Moscow. Here's Osimhen for Rangers. He whips towards Rebic, and I think that's actually really well defended by Socrates. Just put Rebic off there. He had a free header at that. Cologne survived. Headed on. Barrios into Max. Mukile now. After a long season, this is not what either side probably would have wanted, but a chance at glory could be in the horizon for one of these two sides. Here's Ejibwe. Clemens now. Back to Ejibwe. Oh, it's intercepted by Quaresma. Back to Clemens. Clemens' crosses blocked by Mukile, and that'll go for a corner to Cologne. Hector will deliver again. Oh, but he can't beat Barrios. It's a really poor corner. Barrios had enough time to even control that and take it down. And Rangers come on the counter-attack now. Here's Quaresma. Into Dembele, into Quaresma again. Intercepted by Baranu. Well defended by the defender. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Mukile now into Dembele. Barrios. Back to Dembele. Into Matuidi. And Rangers will come forward with Matuidi. And here's Osimhen for Rangers. We played more than the 2 minutes of stoppage time. Back towards the back post, but Rebic couldn't quite get there. And that is half time with extra time. And it's still 2-2 here. No real chances in the second half, both sides struggling to get a hold in extra time, and as it stands, we're looking like we're heading for penalties. You could say heading to penalties would be a fair result. As we kick off the second half of extra time, someone has to win this game. Is Marku, who I believe is playing in centre mid at the moment. Julian Brandt into Jesus. Modeste. Back to Jesus. Ribery. Jesus must have thought that his fine finish was going to be enough. But here we are in the 110th minute of the game. Whip towards Jesus! Oh, it's just over McGregor's crossbar. McGregor was scrambling. And if it just dipped a little more, Jesus would have put Cologne in front yet again. McGregor goes short to Max. Ukile. Rangers really won't want a penalty shootout against this German side. As we know, the Germans do seem to have know it all when it comes to penalties. Not many German sides lose on penalties. But here comes Osimhen to Tavernier. Osimhen again. Really well tackled, and is actually given a free kick away, has Hector. In my opinion, that was a fantastic challenge. Really unlucky. He gets a yellow card for his troubles as well. Tavernier though, cross it towards the back post. It's easily headed away by Ejibwe at the back post. Nobody challenging. 4 minutes away from penalties here. Matuidi goes back to Max, who's really running on his last legs now. Here's Quaresma. Intercepted by Marcoux, who is playing in that central midfield role, and that is a foul by Barrios. Cologne will have a chance to get the ball up the field. Cologne would have took penalties at the start of the game, but might be slightly disappointed it's gone there with the way they've played.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
Osimhen now though. If anything, Rangers might be the happier of the two sides to see it go the distance. But they could snatch a late winner here. Here is Tavernier. Looks to cross it in. Borino clears. And that is full time. And we are going to have a penalty shootout here. Who will be into the quarterfinals of the ML Cup? So here we are, going to penalties. Marseille await in the quarterfinals for the winners here. Tavernier steps up. Oh, and he cheekily scores from the spot. Ribery. He also cheekily scores from the spot. Dembele, who scored in the game, also scores from the spot. What a fantastic penalty that is. Anthony Modeste also scores. 100% record so far. Osimhen now. Oh, what a penalty. Horn stood still but still couldn't reach it. Gabriel Jesus scores as well. 3-3 here in the shootout. Quaresma is the first to miss. Timo Horn saves. Marcoux now scores for Cologne. Rangers have to score this penalty, otherwise the championship side will prevail. Rebic has to score, and does. And now Hector, the captain, has the chance to put Cologne in the quarterfinals of the Cup. And Hector scores! Cologne have knocked out Premiership Rangers. And you can't say they haven't deserved it. scoring every penalty, and Osimhen, the one who missed for Rangers, will hang his head in shame tonight. And Rangers are going to end the season with no silverware this season. Reece Ferguson will be disappointed with how his season's gone. Lost the ML Shield. Couldn't do it in the league, couldn't retain his title. And now knocked out in the first round of the Cup by a team a division below him. Congrats to Cologne though. He'll go on and face Marseille at home in the quarter-finals. And that is 3 Premier League sides knocked out already. So then, the next game is an all-championship affair here. Yes, Monaco taking on Birmingham. Birmingham, who got to the semi-finals of the Cup last year. We're looking to go far again after a disappointing championship campaign. Monaco will be looking to go well as well, finishing outside the playoffs and missing out on promotion to the Premiership again. Monaco was knocked out in the first round last season against eventual winners Newcastle. Birmingham also knocked out by Newcastle last season in the semi-finals. Actually, they ended up getting hammered 5-0 in the end. So both sides will be looking to progress further this season. If Birmingham were to progress further than the semi-finals this season, that would be a shock, but with the way the Cup has gone so far, it wouldn't surprise you. They did well to get to the semi-finals last season. And the winners of this will actually face another championship inside in the quarter-finals of Galatasaray after they knocked out Norwich yesterday. Which means there will be at least 2 championship sides in the semi-finals. We have Subasic in goal for Monaco though, who changed to a back 5. Martial, Greenwood as wing-backs. Alonso is centre-back. Albiol in the back as well. Aurier, Fred and Golovin. Golovin retains his place in the side. And Jovetic, who scored twice last time out, is up front with Falcao. Birmingham, who last time out produced that shock victory against Tottenham where they played so well, and they have an unchanged lineup for this one. Randolph in goal. Zhirkov, Djeniek, Elvedi and Colin, the back line. Sunic in CDM. 4 midfielders in front of him is Alassane Player, Kai Havertz, Grealish and Attal. And then Marcus Thuram is the lone striker for Birmingham. So who will go on to face Galatasaray in the quarter-finals of the ML Cup? As Falcao will kick us off here for Monaco. These two sides played each other a couple of days ago. A game in which Monaco won 5-2. Monaco will like to do the same here. Birmingham will like to have a better affair against them. Martial playing in the left wing-back role. A role we've never really seen him play before. He's on the ball here with Jovetic. He was scored twice last time out. Here's Martial. He wins a corner for Monaco. Not only is the possibility of winning... Oh, and that's a great ball in towards Falcao. And it's cleared. Not only the possibility of potentially winning the ML Cup. Are they playing for? They're also playing for some extra prize money to go into transfer funds, so both sides could get themselves into the big time. Aouar on the ball now into Martial. Martial into Jovetic, but sorry, in towards Golovin. Didn't quite get there, and here come Birmingham for the first time in this game. Here's Kai Havertz. Birmingham had a slow start against Tottenham, but prevailed and ended up dominating the game. A similar thing has happened here. Can they now dominate? Here is Sunic. They love an early goal. Zhirkov up against Greenwood, playing in the right wing back role for the first time, and he concedes a corner, does Greenwood. Birmingham, who were dangerous from set pieces against Tottenham. Havertz whips it towards the edge of the box. It's cleared by Golovin now. And Falcao will chase that. And Falcao will get there ahead of Zhirkov. Falcao into Greenwood. Greenwood back to Aurier. Here's Fred. Falcao. Golovin. Back to Falcao. Here's Stefan Jovetic. Back to Falcao. And Falcao finds Aurier. And Aouar into there. And Monaco lead. Through Hassem Aouar. Just like they did in the league game, they do in the cup. It's good football from Jovetic, who finds Falcao and then plays a lovely through ball into Aouar. I do apologise, I have butchered his name about 3 or 4 times already. I can't pronounce his name. But Hassem Aouar puts Monaco in front against Birmingham again. So Birmingham will restart, this time a goal behind. This is a different test to the one against Tottenham. Here comes Havertz. Gives it away though, and Monaco can come forward. Jovetic finds Falcao. Monaco looking good for their lead at the moment. Here is Mason Greenwood on the right wing back position. Puts inside into Falcao. Back to Golovin. Whips it towards the back post. Header! Oh, what a save by Randolph. As we look at that again, it was Aouar again. It's a bullet header from outside the box, and Randolph had to be at full stretch, and it's a fantastic save that. Got down well. Golovin will whip it in. Oh, it's a header, and it is 2-0. And it's Anthony Martial getting on the score sheet again. Playing in a different role as a left wing back. But he still manages to score for Monaco. As the corner is crossed in, he rises highest. He beats Sunic and Havertz in the air. And Monaco are 2-0 up after half an hour here. And are they going to smash Birmingham yet again? So Birmingham restart and they find themselves 2-0 behind. Monaco have 1 foot into the quarter-finals. And with the way the draw has gone, they would consider themselves having a good chance of getting to the final. And it's a great crossing. Subasic claims. Subasic coming in for the cup, making his first appearance of the season. He goes long to Falcao. Here is Jovetic. Fred now to Falcao. Fred again. Golovin. Golovin making a run. When he's found Jovetic, who strikes and scores again for Monaco. Jovetic is on fire. Monaco are on fire. They lead 3-0 just before half time. And they are surely on their way to the ML Cup quarter-finals. And it's not the way Birmingham expected this to be played. It's fantastic football again by Monaco. And Jovetic does what he does best and finishes. So, Monaco are 3-0 up now. And it could get quite embarrassing for Birmingham if they don't change their ways here. And give it away to Falcao again. And here come Monaco again. Asamoah. Couldn't quite get past Grealish though. Sunic into Yassine Attal. Here is Attal, who was a nuisance against Tottenham. And Grealish loses out to Martial. And here's Jovetic. Marcos Alonso playing in centre half now. Aouar into Jovetic, and Monaco just going to see this out to half time, get themselves a drink. They will be absolutely delighted with the way they've played. And that is half time. Monaco thoroughly deserve to be in front and are 3-0 to the good against Birmingham, who are really struggling. Monaco just seem to be their bogey side. And Monaco have 1 foot in the quarter-finals. They're halfway there now. They lead Birmingham by 3-0. As we begin for the second half here in France. And unless Birmingham produce one of the ML's greatest comebacks, it looks like they're going to be ending another season trophyless. And they're going to have to build ready for next season to try and get themselves into the Premier League. Here's Baldy now. Fred into Golovin. Golovin now for AS Monaco. Drives forward. He's still going, is Golovin. Fred now. Fred strikes. Oh, and Fred scores past Randolph. And this is turning into an absolute hammering. Monaco, who rested numerous players in the league game against Cologne. That tactic seems to be working here for the French side. Fred with a fantastic strike from distance, and Randolph will probably be at fault for that, getting beat at his near post. Fred, Dylan Wilson and Monaco won't care. 4-0. And they'll be looking for more. They'll look to put a statement out to the rest of their competition in the cup here as they win the ball again in midfield. And this change of formation really seems to work for Monaco. And here's Martial, left wing back for Monaco. Martial now into Aouar. Aouar is tackled by Alvedi, in Birmingham, who were so solid defensively against Tottenham, who are arguably a much better side than Monaco. They just seem to have fallen apart here, but here is Marcus Thuram. Into Sunic. Oh, and it's a save by Subasic. 1 minute, I'm just getting a phone call, so there'll be no commentary for a little bit. I do apologise about that, receiving a very important call there. I do apologise as Monaco come forward again, and it's Adrien Silva who's just come on. It's blocked away though, and Mason Greenwood will come forward now for Monaco. Greenwood into Golovin, and that will somehow go for a Monaco corner here. Fred coming off now. And Bakayoko just to shore up the midfield. As Golovin whips it in. And it's Albiol now. Back to Golovin. It's been all Monaco this game. And it's intercepted by Sunic for a Monaco corner again. Birmingham will be happy to see the backs of Monaco. As Bella comes on. Oh, and it's a chance. Havertz wins it here. Havertz into Alassane Player. And Player into Zhirkov. Here's Havertz now. Sunic. Here's Grealish. Back to Sunic. Thuram. Oh, but it's intercepted here. And Bakayoko into Albiol. Golovin. Here is Boldy. Golovin again. And Monaco potentially make it 5. Birmingham, who lost 5-0 in their last cup game. They conceded 5 against Monaco last time out. And they could potentially concede 5 again as they're getting in again here with Falcao. He goes back to Golovin now. Boldy. Greenwood. And that will be a corner kick to Monaco. Birmingham making a sub here. Zhirkov's coming off for Pedersen. Golovin whips it towards the back post. Randolph looks to get there. Oh, and he's missed it. He's cleared off the line. Headed forward. And here comes Havertz. And can Birmingham get a consolation goal? Alassane Player into Thuram. Into Havertz now. Looks to clip it over the top. Couldn't quite get it. And that is full time. And we've probably known it since the 20th minute really. Monaco will play Galatasaray in the quarter-finals. After another battering of Birmingham City. That's twice in the space of a week now. They have absolutely smashed Birmingham. 5-2 last time in the league. 4-0 in the cup here. Jovetic scoring his 3rd goal in 2 games. OR started the scoring with that fantastic strike before Martial's leaping header put Monaco into a quick 2-0 lead. Jovetic then scored after a fine move just before half time to really stop any real fight back from Birmingham before Fred made it 4-0 just after half time. Monaco controlled the game since then, and they've absolutely smashed Birmingham here by 4-0, and they go through to the quarter-finals where they'll play fellow championship side Galatasaray. Here we are. We have a very interesting game here. This is actually going to be the playoff final, which will be played over the weekend. It's Shakhtar versus Tottenham. These two sides will meet to see who will be playing Premiership football next season after Shakhtar finishing the relegation playoff and Tottenham finished in the playoffs from the Championship. They'll face off here. In the cup though, in the cup first round, the winners to take on Everton in the quarterfinals. It's Premiership versus Championship again, with only 3 Premier League sides in the quarterfinals. Shakhtar will be looking to not fall to another Championship side. These two teams could potentially swap places next season though, but only one can go into the quarter-finals of the ML Cup. Shakhtar, which has been a very disappointing season after a bright season last season. will look to get further than they did last season in the Cup, getting knocked out by the now Premier League champions West Ham in the first round last season. West Ham went on to go all the way to the Cup final, where they would lose to the Tottenham manager Luke Taylor's Newcastle United side. Obviously, Luke Taylor left Newcastle after that game and would move on to Tottenham Hotspur. And he's already won a piece of silverware with Tottenham. He won the ML Shield with them. Here is the Shakhtar lineup. A couple of changes from that draw against Norwich last time out. Dubravka in goal. Ismaili, Fernando, Meccano and Azpilicueta as the back line. Ben Yedder, Stepanenko and Ardera midfield. Ben Yedder, I believe, will be playing in the attacker midfield role. Tyson replaces Onyekuru in left wing with Dalvez and Cabral, the other two up front with him. Spurs, who had a really disappointing end to the season, they only needed a point to add more silverware against Birmingham, but they lost. But they'll go for the same team with Lloris in goal. Davies, Vertonghen, Sanchez and Aurier are the back line. Rabiot, Ndombele and Ali in midfield. Alan Saint-Maximin will play in attacking midfield with Heung-min Son and Marcus Rashford up front for Spurs. So Spurs, who have already won the ML Shield this season, they have the playoff final to contest over the weekend against Shakhtar. And could they add the ML Cup again? Luke Taylor, who has won the ML Cup, I believe 4 times now, will be looking to add a 5th title this season as Shakhtar get us underway here at the Donbass Arena. Luke Wilson, though, the battle of the Lukes as well here as well. Luke Wilson, who's never won a piece of silverware in ML, will be looking to get his hands onto some here. It's a bright start with Tyson down this left hand side. Tyson into Ismaili. Ismaili looks to try and get past Ndombele but fails, and Rashford will come forward for Tottenham now, who looks for Heung-min Son. Son into Ali, now Saint-Maximin. Rashford, Saint-Maximin for Tottenham. Ardera is there covering, and it goes back to Dubravka, the former Newcastle goalkeeper. Luke Taylor knows all about him. Dubravka, it's a weird attempt there from him, but he gets it clear, and into Ben Yedder, the joint Premier League top goal scorer Ben Yedder, and we're looking to get his act on in the cup. Intercepted though, and Tottenham will come forward. Vertonghen, Rabiot, also a cup winner with Newcastle last season. Dele Alli towards Aurier. Aurier now, that's a fantastic ball, and could they find a cross towards the back post? Azpilicueta clears though, as Heung-min Son was there waiting. And Shakhtar can play out, and they find Ronaldo Cabral now. Ben Yedder, Ronaldo Cabral, oh that's a lovely little ball out to Ismaili. Stepanenko, Ben Yedder now. Ben Yedder out to Ronaldo Cabral, and it's a good chance for Shakhtar this. Cabral now, into Ardero. Oh, and that seemed to have been a foul there, but maybe not. He's won the ball cleanly, and here is Marcus Rashford into Heung-min Son. Marcus Rashford. Oh, and Tottenham have a good chance. I believe Ben Davies is free here if they can find him. Is Alan Saint-Maximin, and Rashford's in, and he scores, but he's in an offside position. It will not count, and Shakhtar breathe a sigh of relief here. It was good football by Tottenham. And Marcus Rashford was well offside in the end. Couldn't time his run properly. Headed on, and Ardero out to Azpilicueta, who goes long to Cabral now. Here is Dalvez. Ardero back to Dalvez, and here's Ben Yedder. Has a bit of space to run into for Shakhtar Donetsk, who finds Tyson, and it's a chance at Ben Yedder, and Shakhtar Donetsk take the lead. After nearly going behind, Ben Yedder scores yet again for Shakhtar Donetsk. It is lovely football. It was a fantastic run by Ben Yedder originally. He found Tyson on the left hand side, and he cut it back for Ben Yedder, who fires it past Hugo Lloris in the Tottenham goal. And Ben Yedder has Shakhtar leading, and the Premiership side lead the Championship side. Will that be a case over the weekend in the playoff final? It's certainly the case here in the Cup. The Premiership side lead. Here's Rabiot. Heung-min Son. Alan St. Maximin now for Tottenham, who will look to respond straight away. Oh, here is Heung-min Son for Tottenham. Can he find a player? St. Maximin blocked by Ardero. And Shakhtar will get away with it. And they could be in again here, Shakhtar, with Ben Yedder. Cabrais into Ben Yedder. Back to Cabrais. Azpilicueta now. Into Ben Yedder. Azpilicueta. Ronaldo Cabrais. And here is Ben Yedder, who is in an offside position for Shakhtar Donetsk. Tottenham, who are the favourites for this cup, despite being in the Championship. And you know what? That is extremely tight, but he's just slightly offside there. Really unlucky from Ben Yedder. But as I was saying, Tottenham, who are the favourites for the cup, obviously have the stronger side. They'll be looking to get themselves back in the Premiership, but they'll be very disappointed if they don't win the ML Cup, in my opinion. Clearly the stronger side. Although they didn't win the Championship, they missed out on the final day. And Davies will play to Rabiot. Here's Vertonghen. Heung-min Son into Davies. Azpilicueta up against Davies, loses out. Here can Tottenham equalise before half time? Whipped in towards the back post. Marcano clears. And now Shakhtar can come forward with Tyson. Tyson out towards Ismaili. Ismaili now for Shakhtar. Loses out to Aurier, and Tottenham can counter-attack here as Shakhtar are exposed on the left, and they're now exposed in the left centre of half for always. Fernando comes out but does really well against Aurier, and here comes Tyson, restored back to the starting lineup. Goes out to Ismaili, and that is half time. And Shakhtar Donetsk lead against Tottenham Hotspur here in what will be the playoff final at the weekend. Shakhtar will be very happy if this happens in the playoff final. I don't know what they would prioritise, probably the playoff final, but they would love to add the cup if they could before then. And they're doing well to get there. They lead Tottenham by a goal to nil at half time here after Ben Yedder's goal, which was a fantastic team move from the Ukrainian side. So Tottenham 45 minutes away from being knocked out of the ML Cup, days after missing out on the Championship title on the final day. Here is Dalvez, Ben Yedder, Ronaldo Cabrais now. Ben Yedder for Shakhtar. Looks to try and get past Davies but couldn't, and here comes Tottenham with Heung-min Son. Son into Ndombele. Dembele into Kane. Ball out to Davies now. Here is Ben Davies. Tries to get the ball past Azpilicueta but couldn't, and Shakhtar can counter-attack with Ronaldo Cabrais here. And he's running down this right hand side. Alan St. Maximin chasing him down though. Cabrais in towards the back post, but too close to Lloris, and Tottenham will come again. Although they lose the ball to Ben Yedder. Here's Ardero, who's been impressive since coming into the starting lineup. Here's Ben Yedder, finds Tyson, and a good save by Lloris for Tottenham Hotspur. Shakhtar looking for a second to have some breathing space here. Shakhtar so close to a second goal. Baldona comes on for Ardero now. Tyson towards Baldona. Headed on. Oh, but here comes Harry Kane, who's just come on for Tottenham as well. Trying to get past Baldona. And does so. And here's Alan St. Maximin with a bit of space to run into. Being chased by Ben Yedder, the two Frenchmen here. Here is Aurier. Oh, and Harry Kane has some space. And he finds Aurier, who is in an offside position. And what looked like a good counter-attack from Tottenham. It ended up being wasted. Fernando goes long. Heung-min Son wins it. Here's Rabiot into Alan St. Maximin. St. Maximin into Davies. Now Rabiot. Rabiot into Harry Kane. Kane into Rabiot. Can Tottenham get this equaliser now? Davies. Intercepted by Ronaldo Cabrais. And there'll be more changes here. Tottenham bringing on Harry Winks at Ndombele now as they look to get themselves level. Here is Heung-min Son into Ben Davies. Davies in towards the box, headed away by Marcano. Back towards goal, but Dubravka is there to claim for Shakhtar Donetsk. And Dubravka goes long. Headed on by Rabiot. And Tottenham come again. They're looking strong here. Looking for that equaliser. Here is Serge Aurier. Looking to get past Ismaili. Ismaili does well to recover. But Aurier does successfully get past him. And that's a good ball in towards the back post. But it's too close to the keeper. And Dubravka claims again. And he rolls out to Baldona. Ben Yedder now. Stepanenko. Out towards Tyson. Oh, and Tyson does really well to get past Aurier. And he has a space on this left-hand side, does Tyson. Tyson runs away from the space in the end. But Ismaili puts a good ball in towards Dalvez. And it's going to go for a throw into Shakhtar. 15 minutes to go. Tottenham going to bring on Lo Celso now for Alan Saint-Maximin. As Luke Taylor does what he can to try and get Tottenham level and send it to extra time. But here's Stepanenko. Baldona, back to Stepanenko. Baldona into Dalvez for Shakhtar Donetsk. Ben Yedder, Baldona, and Shakhtar Donetsk have 1 foot into the quarter-finals. And they do not look like they're going to get knocked out by a championship side, which most Premiership sides have done in the first round. And they are 10 minutes away from the quarter-finals. And it's good football, and to be fair, they've done well defending against the Tottenham pressure, and they've caught them out when they needed to. And Baldona fires past Lloris and puts Shakhtar Donetsk strongly in position to take on Everton in the ML Cup quarter-finals, in what is a fantastic lineup for the quarter-finals. Dele Alli, Tottenham are going to have to find a miracle here. They're looking for 2 consecutive defeats here in 2 different competitions. And it's not the way they wanted their season to end. They're looking for a mini treble. Obviously the ML Shield isn't a major trophy, but it is still a trophy they could win. And Shakhtar are going to rest some players now. They believe it's done. Ronaldo Cabrais coming off for Marlos. Marcano going towards Baldona, and it's a bit of a risky ball when Tottenham can come forward here. Davies into Dele Alli. Ali out to Aurier, back to Ali. Here is Aurier. Dele Alli. Aurier in towards the box, headed away by Marcano. Has been solid for Shakhtar Donetsk today. Ismaili now. Marcano, back to Ismaili. And Shakhtar are going to play this out here. And they've performed admirably well in this game against Tottenham. They're going to have to play Tottenham again over the weekend, and they could potentially add a third here. They would love this result over the weekend, but they're loving this result at the moment as it puts them with a shout of winning a trophy here. Here's Marlos. Ball towards Dalvez, headed away by Sanchez, sorry. And that is the full-time whistle. Tottenham are out. No, I mean, even if Tottenham won here, it probably wouldn't have been a shock. But the Premier League side prevails against the Championship side here. As Shakhtar Donetsk, in what has been a fantastic performance from them. You could argue their best performance of the season. Only their second win of the season as well. That man Ben Yedder put them on a long way to go in there with a goal in the 26th minute after a fantastic move from Shakhtar. And then Tottenham were dominating the game, looking for that equaliser, but towards the end Shakhtar, they defended well and they got a second chance of Baldona, who fired in to put Shakhtar 2-0 up. And then the score would stay like that, and Shakhtar Donetsk win the dress rehearsal of the playoff final against Tottenham and progress towards the quarter-finals of the ML Cup. It's finished here at the Donbass Arena. Shakhtar 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0. And that will be the end of that. That's it. Cup quarter-finals are done. We've had some upsets. 3 Premier League sides are out of the first round. And in the quarter-finals we'll have 4 from each league. 4 Premier League sides, 4 Championship sides, and we'll have 2 all Premier League ties and 2 all championships ties, which means there'll be at least 2 championship sides in the semi-finals, and there'll be 2 premiership ties as well. Every single side now could believe they could go on and win it. The quarterfinals will be played over the next couple of days. I believe Matthew Haig Lang's quarterfinals will be played on Thursday. Mine will probably be played on Friday when I have a day off. Or it could potentially happen it could potentially be on Thursday as well, maybe. I do not know. My quarterfinals will either be Thursday or Friday, and then the semi-finals and the final, as well as the playoff final, will all be over the weekend. I believe the playoff final and the final will be on Sunday. But that's enough from me here. Congrats to all teams that have moved on to the quarterfinals, and commiserations to all those that have been knocked out, who will now look to prepare for next season. Although Spurs have been knocked out, they do still have one more game to play in the playoff final against the team that just lost to today, Shakhtar Donetsk. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you for the NL Cup quarterfinals, which will be either Thursday or Friday.